make less promises to people. I was not taking my words seriously, and therefore the world was not treating me with respect. A woman or a man may feel is insecure that what if someday this person cheats me? How to practice confidence? I mean, how to look wise. There are many things you can do to practice confidence as well as look wise, okay? One of the things where confidence for me personally comes from is say what I mean what I say. So for some time in my life, I actually started to speak a lot lesser because I used to speak too much, I used to speak wrong. And one of the things I noticed was that most wise people have a very calm, silent expression that carries them. Okay, so I was of course observing all the wise people of the world. So that was one of my observations. So one of the things I started to do was I started to make less promises to people. Which means earlier on I would say, yeah mummy, I'll come for the kitty also. Yes beta, I'll teach you science for your exam also. To my friend I would say, yeah, I'll be there for the movie also. And then on that day I would be calling up my friend saying, पता है driver नहीं आया, मैं आ नहीं सकती. Or telling my son, अभी तो Friday है बेटा, we'll study on Saturday, Sunday. Today तो mummy's called me for a kitty upstairs. You know what I was doing? I was not taking my words seriously, and therefore the world was not treating me with respect. One of my biggest lessons in becoming a life coach has been really start to speak what you mean. Otherwise, don't promise people unnecessarily. Say, I will try if you can try. Say whatever's your truth. Upset people at that point so that you can build trust and dependability for life. Rather than pleasing people at that point and losing your face for life. So we have to reverse our entire ability to build confidence. I want each one of us to start to really practice that we should mean what we say. And one of the biggest problems we are having right now is people are not trustworthy. You know what? When you keep on promising and you don't plan to keep your promise, those people are called scamsters. And the last thing you want to do is be a scamster for your own friends, for your own family, for your own people. You won't know why. But suddenly you will start to lose people in your life and you won't know why they are not reciprocating to you. The truth is that you are a people pleaser, and the problem with people pleasers are that they are not able to keep their promise in the long run. And if you don't know how to keep your promise, you can't build your confidence. That means everything that you're speaking, you are in a maybe state. Confidence comes from surety. Confidence comes from certainty. Confidence comes from the fact that, jo bhi hoga, handle kar lenge. I had heard this beautiful definition of confidence, which I absolutely fell in love with. Rather, I'll share both the definitions that I had heard. One was, confidence is not that you can achieve everything. Confidence is that when you go out to achieve, and if something goes wrong, you'll be able to handle yourself in that situation. I have a lot of couples that come to me for relationship therapy or, some kind of couple counseling. And one of the things that a woman or a man may feel is insecure that what if someday this person cheats me? And I translated that definition of confidence into relationships. And one of the things I always tell the couples is, the confidence is not that he will never cheat. The confidence is that I will get better if he cheats. And I remember there was a Coffee with Karan program where I think Gauri Khan had said this in another version, but I was so proud of her as a woman. She could have said so many things, but she said, I hope I can get better. Just that to get better than Shah Rukh Khan is not easy, so God will really have to be kind to me. Amazing that she still had the confidence that if I can attract a Shah Rukh, I can attract better. That's where we need to go, right? So if you really want to start to practice confidence, start to notice that I want you to be prepared for the best. I want you to rather prepare for the worst and hope for the best. So prepare for the worst. If this goes wrong, I'll do this. If this goes wrong, I'll do this. I'm not going to give up. I'm going to stay. I'm not going to quit just because things didn't go according to my plan. And as far as looking wise, speak lesser. That's one thing that automatically makes you wiser. Secondly, never speak with 100% surety. I feel like people who try too hard to be overly sure about life actually land up losing the conversation, because anybody can make a mistake. We are humans, right? So when in a conflicting situation and you feel नहीं पानीपत की war 1648 में ही हुई थी, I don't know the year, मैं बस कुछ भी बोल रही हूँ, and the other person is saying नहीं 1720 में हुई थी, and you're saying नहीं सी मेरे को पक्का पता है 1648 में. When you are all the time being proven wrong because you came from a place of extra confidence sometimes, then what happens is eventually you lose that confidence, then you're acting rather than being. My suggestion, anytime you're even 100% sure, present yourself as 90%. Allow for the other person to do or understand what you're saying over time and come back to you. There's so many times in my life, people have come back to me 2 years later, 3 years later, that Puja, you had said that day. I don't know if I really understood it, and I may have argued with you or I may have this thing, but you know what? Over the years, I've realized what you were saying was absolutely right. And I feel that is so much better a way to operate in your energy rather than saying my way or the highway or this is the only way. 90% of the time when somebody asks me something, I said, go try it out. What you're trying right now is not working for you. That's why you're asking me, correct? So if it's not working for you right now, why don't you go try out what I'm saying? And if it doesn't work, go back to your methodology. Because even I can never be 100% sure about what advice I'm giving to someone because I always know only one side of the story. I can never know both the sides. Normally, a person who's coming to me is talking about their interpretation of the truth with the other person. Now, if I got an opportunity to speak the other person, I may come to know that what they are telling me is a complete opposite of what is actually happening. Is that possible or not? So I always have to give that benefit of doubt, and I think confident people do not feel the need to look and appear 100% right. Confident people actually are the ones who will make you feel like, you know what, let's open this space up, let's open our mindset to any one of us could be right, let's Google and check, let's find out. Next time I'll do a research on this and I'll tell you exactly what I'm trying to say. And you back off without losing your respect rather than putting your respect online for some fact that may or may not be true. So I really hope that I've taken some angle of confidence and spoken to you about it today. Some angle of wiseness I've taken and spoken to you about today. Of course, there's a lot of conversation I can have around this. But overall, when there is harmony between your mind, your heart and your tongue, I feel like that person is a wise person. That means what they are thinking, what they are feeling and what they are speaking is in synchronization and in alignment. Such people become very attractive and very charismatic to others. So a lot of times we are thinking something else, saying something else, meaning something else. Those people, we won't know why, but we won't feel like trusting them. So my idea of a confident person or a wise person is someone who's in complete harmony. And the more harmonious you are, the more influential you become on people because people are easily able to trust you, easily able to see your authentic, vulnerable side, easily able to connect with you because of that reason, and therefore your ability to influence them goes up.